Hello guys, welcome to your second Java tutorial. What we are going to do now is that we're going to change this line, which is always entering a fixed value of 100 into a count, into something more dynamic. So what we're going to do is going to remove this line. First of all, we're going to replace, wait, this bit of code. Okay, don't be intimidated. You can just copy and paste this function, um, but yeah, what we're going to do um, is going to try to use this function, um, which basically reads from the console what we're going to input with the keyboard, and then it gets that value as a string. A string is just a series of character, and then it's going to change this value into an integer. Don't be too intimidated by this method. This actually is not the best method. There's something called scanner that I can show you later, but for now just use this one. Also, we're going to change this because I don't like it. I just changed it to print line, but with that backslash and n, it would be doing the same. It's going to go back into a new line. But anyways, what this try and catch do is going to try this bit of code. If it doesn't work, then it will write that there is an error. That is going to generate an exception and is going to say there is an error. Basically, is here gets this value we type. It's going to be put into a buffer, and then this buffer gets converted into a string, which is a series of character, and this string is going to be basically it's just going to be parsed into an integer. It's going to get this value s, and is going to be transformed into an integer, and it will be put into a count. If we don't put numbers, like we're going to put letters, this will generate an error because it expects that the value we put is a number, and we're going to put it into a count as an integer. So also the console will wait for us to input this value, and if we don't input anything, it would just wait forever. To understand for us to understand that the console is waiting for us to input a value, we're going to print this first. It's going to say insert amount in pounds, so we're going to put an integer. Also, you see that here I'm not using print line, but I'm using just print, so that whatever is going to be typed by us is just going to be after this pound, and you're gonna see it soon. Another thing is that you remember here we declared the account variable as an integer, but this account variable has nothing in there, and before we used to put the value 100 into account, but now we don't have anything until we going to put a value in account when we type. The problem is that if we generate an error into the variable account, there won't be anything. So when the program will reach this point, it cannot print anything because the variable is not initialized. So the program is just going to be crazy and say there is no value assigned to this variable, I cannot print it. So what we have to do is that we have to initialize this variable by assigning any value. You can put anything, but we're going to put 0. So if something goes wrong now here and it generates an error, then in here we always have at least 0, and then later we're going to be minus 50, but at least the program will work. Also, this try and catch, I'm going to explain it much later in the tutorials, but for now just you can just copy this. The only thing you have to do is change this according to your variable. Okay, so we're going to run the program, and first of all I'm going to show you what error can it give. I'm going to put letters, and there it goes. It says error, but because the variable was initialized before, it's going to be 0, and now we have minus 50. But now we run the program again, and we put 400, and we press enter, and you see that now we have 400, and then later we're going to have 350. That's it for now, and I'll see you soon.